One day at the Octopod, the Octonauts were having a day off. And what do the Octonauts do on their days off? Well, they do what probably everyone does on their days off. And they have staring contests, right? Okay, maybe not. But it's super funny, right? Well, Cassi and Captain Barnacle started having a stare off. And then Peso and Shellington were like, hey, if they can have a staring contest, so can we. And so the staring contest rivalry began. It began this year. Did you guys not know that? Anyways, that's not why we're here today. While they were having their epic staring contest on their day off, something happened. A loud bang. Whoa! Peso fell down. Captain Barnacle fell into the ocean, into the deep, deep ocean. Wait, so did Cassi? Oh man, Shellington's down there too. What happened? What could have caused this? They all assumed their positions in the Octopod to figure out, by sight, sound, and by their computers, what caused that crash. Now, what happened, kids, might surprise you, and you might even find it a little shocking. You see, it all started with this guy, and this very can of Play-Doh. He saw it in the ocean, and he thought, wait a second, I don't like Play-Doh. Right? Who doesn't like Play-Doh? That's super crazy. Anyways, he saw the Play-Doh and kicked it. Boom. Knocking it over. When he knocked it over, he said, ha 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 ha, which is a super evil maniacal laugh. Anyways, he walked away. Now, kids, what happened next might scare you a little bit, but check this out. The Play-Doh spilled, and it kept spilling. And then the lid just rolled and rolled and rolled and rolled. Now, the lid rolling was actually kind of cool to watch. But anyways, the Play-Doh spilled and spilled and spilled. But that's not all, kids. What happened next was quite terrifying. You ready? The Little Mermaid was riding in her aerial carriage with Sebastian, who was telling her all about things under the sea. Because that's all he really likes talking about, is things under the sea. His eyes kind of look funny there, don't they? Do his eyes look funny? Look. The seahorse's eyes are fine. Ariel's eyes are perfect. Why are his eyes like that? I've never seen an animal like that with eyes like. Anyways, as they're driving along, Sebastian's too busy talking about things under the sea, and bam, tip. Ariel is okay. She did a cool flip. Sebastian stuck to that for some strange reason. I'm really uncomfortable with it. And just then, a little ways behind them in the super green ocean, Cassi fell, Captain Barnacle fell, and Shellington fell. They had no idea why. And instead of looking, they ran back to the Octopod to assume their positions and get in place to see if their computers or their sight or their sound could tell them. But all they had to do was look over here. That would tell them what happened. That's okay, though. So what did the Little Mermaid do? You're not going to believe this. Okay, maybe you will. She cleaned up the Play-Doh, put the lid back on the Play-Doh, got back in the carriage, and not only did she drive away, but she took the Play-Doh with her to give to a nice little boy or girl that she meets along the way, and then she drove away. And as she's driving away, she meets the Octonauts and explains the entire thing. Really, it wasn't that big of a deal. Ariel, crashed, then she fixed it herself. It's super duper important to clean up after ourselves, even if we're not the ones that made the mess. It's still important to help out and pick up. His eyes look so weird. Look at those. Those are really odd. I think someone messed up when they made this toy.